So I get emails from time to time with people asking me questions, and some of the emails I've gotten, especially recently, have related to suicide. Someone emailed me that they were very upset with life and I guess feeling suicidal, and they wanted my uh, opinion on suicide. So I thought it would be a good idea for me to make a video where I describe how I saw suicide from a spiritual perspective, like what I observed during my experience. So uh, in the pre-life planning process, my guides showed me a number of previous lives that I had, like just short clips, and they showed me how that would play into my upcoming life. And one of the clips they showed me was about suicide. Apparently, I had killed myself in a previous life, and I don't know why they showed me that. I'm not sure how that played into my current life, but they did. They showed me this clip, and what happened was I was 25 or 30, maybe something like that, and I had a family with I guess kids, and I had been out gathering food or something like that. I don't know exactly, but this was maybe 1,000, 2,000 years ago. I'm not sure. It was. It seemed like maybe it was a prehistoric civilization or prehistoric society. Anyway, it seemed like it was very long ago. But I had been kind of like on top of a cliff, and I figured that life was very difficult. It was very hard, and I felt like if I jumped off the cliff, it would end all my pain and difficulty, and life would just be over, and everything would be done. I wouldn't continue to exist after that. And so I jumped off. And of course, when I hit the ground, it killed me. And I returned to the spiritual realms. And my guides explained to me that that was a poor decision, that I had not, in fact, ended my suffering or alleviated those problems that I was trying to get away from. How it works is if you, and this isn't going to apply to everybody, but it definitely seemed like this was how it works for the majority of cases, the majority of suicides. This is kind of what happens. Um, I basically failed life at whatever difficulty level it was, and it's kind of like I had to reface those same difficulties again, only at a slightly more difficult level. And by, eventually making it through those difficulties at a more difficult level, it's kind of like that would then erase or supersede or overcome the failure I had at the easier level of difficulty. I mean, hopefully that's not too convoluted of a way to describe this, but essentially you have to reface those difficulties again, but a little bit more difficult. And then when you overcome them, it kind of like it overrides your past mistakes. But they explained to me that if I repeatedly made that same choice, eventually I was going to have to face a much, much more difficult challenge where I would eventually through repeated suicides, it would result in a hellish experience where your soul would feel like the full burden or the full spiritual weight of that decision uh, in some kind of hellish realm, and which would be significantly worse than anything you face in a physical experience. But by facing that kind of hellish realm and that full spiritual weight of the suicide, you would then be kind of like guaranteed the fortitude necessary that you would be strong enough to overcome those temptations the next time. That's kind of how hell works in general. But not only did you do you need to reface those exact same challenges again, but you also have created it's kind of like some negative karma for yourself. So all the pain that you've brought on other people, all the pain that I brought on my family, the people that I was, it was my responsibility to take care of them. Like I caused them more pain, and then that's kind of like a karma that then follows you on into future lives. So it like makes those future lives even more difficult because now you not only do you have to reface the exact same challenges again, but now you have this negative karma that you're going to carry with you that you also have to overcome. So it's kind of like a double burden that you create for yourself if you end your life prematurely. Um, so for those that are suffering, going through difficulty, I understand life can be very difficult. I would strongly encourage you to either get help, try to take a new approach to life, do something different. I don't know what each individual might need, but I would definitely discourage you from suicide. it doesn't alleviate your problems. You're going to be stuck with these same spiritual problems until you can overcome them. It's better to just continue struggling through and work through these problems until you can get past them. So anyway, that's what I learned about suicide during my experience. So I thought maybe this could be helpful to somebody, so I thought I'd share it. Thank you.